Yes,
We
indeed.
got all the audio. What's up, everybody? Look at this. Oh my god. It's been a while, hasn't it? We haven't done a live episode, a proper live episode in, what, 40 episodes? And we are back with
What's
another
that,
live
roughly 20 weeks? No, it's fucking 40 weeks, man. Fucking hell. I just remembered, like, it's an
Yeah.
episode a week. It's 40
Yeah.
fucking weeks.
It's been a while since we've done a live, so we're back with a
4
live
months.
episode,
No,
everybody.
hang on.
Yeah.
How long is that? 40 weeks?
Yeah, 40
4,
weeks.
8,
Nearly a year.
12. That's 3.
Because 52 weeks in a year, so it's nearly a
Yeah,
year.
no, but like,
I mean, we could have left it and done it like a year, but I was like, nah, fuck it, let's do it for October.
yeah, but I didn't
Something
realize
different.
it was.
I mean,
Last year
who
we've done it.
usually have milestones where it's like, 100, 150, we're just like, fuck it. 40 episodes later, like 10 episodes short of 150, we're like, fuck it, let's just do a live episode on the Twitch. Like,
Yeah, but we did plan that way before because we told everyone we were doing it.
we were ahead of it. We were planning to do this, so we are here.
I
Looking
can't believe it's
fabulous.
been that fucking long.
Yeah, 40 weeks. 40
The end
weeks.
of last year, like. Fuck. When you.
40 winks.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 40 winks, bray.
40 winks
Bray.
later. Jesus.
40
Oh, we'll get
Can you
things
imagine that?
get things going.
Whole sleep later.
Get things on the roll. Might as well just get out of the way before we get anywhere else. What's up, beardies and beardettes? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
Right?
here, if you come by, which, who knows, if you come by and you're watching this live, welcome! If you're not here yet, well, then that was your own fault, and you may be watching this backwards, and you'll be like, what the fuck's going on here? Why are they talking to us like this? Because it's a live episode, and if you missed out and you're listening to this, well then, we told yous in advance! So, it's not our fault.
Roughly, probably about a month ago.
Yeah, something like that, so we try to get onto it.
I mean, we didn't try, we did succeed.
We were a bit more ahead of it this time, not just being like, we're gonna do it, we're gonna just randomly do it, and not let anyone know. We're like, we'll let people know in advance,
Well,
so it makes it easy so people know, so...
I posted just before this, I was like, oh, fuck, be ready to go live.
I mean, but I did post on the Facebook and stuff like, a week ago,
Yeah.
just to remind people that we had talked about it in like every episode leading up to this. That hey, live episode, we're gonna have live episode on this date, live episode. Here it is, start of October 1st. I was like, that lands on the 1st of a month. It's a bit weird. Let's go for it. So here we
Month
are.
of the spoopies.
Spoopy season. So started getting a little. See my painting I did yesterday.
I did, yes.
Yesterday, day before.
Is that a face?
It's a pumpkin.
Yeah, is that a face though? In it, looks like it's got 2 eyes and a mouth.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like typical pumpkin carving. Ooh.
One day you got to get someone to.
Yeah, someone reach from the other side and just poke me. Oh god,
Just
but
have a
no,
secret.
fucking what an interesting week. How's your week been, man?
You know,
Same old, same old.
cruisy, working, streaming, sleeping, eating, repeating.
Usual, rinse, repeat.
But we did get up to, does it myself, meaning that Grounded 1.0 officially came out.
Yep.
So we kind of had to sneakily get back into that.
Yes, but it's kind of worked out good that we were able to start from scratch again. Like we did have a lot there that we had built, but being that it's a whole new slate of things, I mean, it did give us like us playing it like was it 2 years ago. Like we at least know the base concepts of how to play the game, so we know what we need to do and how to do it. So it's kind of good that we still remember that to start fresh. We know what to go for first and how to do things, so we're not like, oh, what are we going in going, crap, what do we do? Oh, there's a spider. Oh, there's ants. Oh, we're not too. We know
We're
like
kind of
fuck.
arsehole doing that.
I mean, but we
point.
know where to go. Like that's the difference. Like we know that the spiders are in this spot. The spiders are there. Ants are there. Larvae are there. Like we know where they spawn from. So
But the fact that I thought Des was pulling my leg when he said, "There's a spider on the base."
yeah, no, it was right there.
I came over, I stood up, and then it turned around and killed me and took out the wall behind me.
Yeah, because I was just like, oh, it'll be fine. Because I was like, oh, there's a spider walking away. It's fine. He's just coming by. not thinking there was another spider coming from the other side. I'm like, oh fuck, I'll hide in the corner. Next one just walks through the hall, and I was like, oh shit! And I'm like, how did it squeeze through this gap? It's like this small gap. The spider's like, hey, it's mine now. Fucking walks in, just like makes itself at home. It's like, this is mine now. And I was shitting myself, and then he's just like, what are you doing? And just like, turn around, like, look.
What was that? I was setting up stream, and I was like,
yeah. I was like,
look,
look,
the spider.
look now.
Looking. Like, and
it was
I also found out that if you got stink bug meat or thing in your base, spiders love to come along and attack your base.
They love it way too much.
Which it makes sense why that happened, but I don't know if we had any or not. But like, it would explain a lot.
Yeah.
And so it was in our base, like in our base.
It was. It was
then
scary.
Does on the roof, just hacking at it with a fucking one. It goes to like through the roof.
That's the only way we could figure out how to do it. Like we had a loop.
Yeah, otherwise, we'd have had to leave the base and start somewhere fresh because that was going to stay there.
Oh yeah.
I wonder, can you starve things by trapping them? Maybe.
Maybe I don't know how they. Maybe I don't know. It's an interesting question. That is actually.
Because now you can starve people if you lock them in something. You can just starve them.
Like The Sims. Used to just build them, like put them into a room and you just block them off and then they die. That's how you get all the spooked house. You like decline the Reaper taking their souls and you'd have a haunted house. Because
I forget wolf spider to
just spawn in.
I also found out how to get to the top part. The up near the garden shed.
Oh yep, that next level platform, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. There's a Black Widow up there as well.
Oh, because I remember originally you could never get up there. Like we even tried building and we couldn't get up there. Like it was a wall, but now you can actually get up there. That's crazy.
Up there to that castle.
Yeah, I want to get to that castle. I'm like, that's our base. Remember how there used to be it was the other back end near the pond where it had the old game device?
Yeah, that's where you get up.
Yeah. So I was wondering.
No, that's not the official way. The official way is a lot harder, but like you can just build a ramp up there up to the top and then
Yep.
Boop.
That's fine.
Which I've got that planned for later.
Yeah.
Yeah, because up the top, I've seen it. It's a fallen over barbecue.
Oh,
like,
okay.
And there's coals everywhere. Like stuff's on fire.
Like hot. Ooh, so it's like the fire realm, fire element.
Yeah.
So you got one area that's like the toxic gas poison area because the poison like leaking out. Then you've got like the pond for the water. Then you got poison region, which is like a dry poison desert. Then you've got the hot fire region, like lava region because of the hot coals. Then you have the water region because of the pond. It's like all the elements almost. Like what else is there? Air. Well, you got air because you got the fucking shit flying around.
You got the mosquitoes, the bees. The bees don't really attack you though, I don't think.
Grass because you got the hedge area. Go into the hedge.
Fuck the hedge. I hate it.
Or the territories.
I hate the hedge. That place is dangerous because there's bombardiers, there's spiders. I found out there's little black spiders too.
Oh, the little black ones.
Up in the top.
Yeah.
Because the Black Widow and the
the little baby
a
ones.
lot of spiders up there.
It's
That's the hardest spot on the map.
Oh, so it's like the boss fight kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, with the Black Widow. I'm not keen to find that by accident.
We're not going to get to... Well, I mean, that's specifically going up to there, so we don't have to do that straight away. We can get to that.
Okay. Yeah. Go straight up there and have a friggin' look. Get taken out by any fucking thing up there. Imagine a person just walks out of the house.
I mean, we could.
Day,
technically, we could create a creative world and we could just fly around the map.
Yeah, that takes the fun out of it.
And it'd be like Minecraft, we could actually explore everything.
Takes the fun. Like I want to be like in
Surprise.
the thing, just like
just wandering around like where is it? Like you're like looking, going like get your sword out, your torch, like where is it? The whole time while you're walking.
For the hedge thing, remember? We're up in the tree, just like where the fuck do we go?
But imagine that I was saying though, like we're up there, we're looking for the Black Widow, walking around, going, where is it? You see it, Jim? No, I don't see it. Where is it now? No. And then the whole time walking around, it's like right behind us. It's just like, and they were like, I don't know, we turn around, oh, Jim? Yes, what? Don't turn around. You'd be like, ah!
Or it just drops in the fucking sky in front of you.
Oh, even that, yeah, it just jumps out because we've seen that a few times with the fucking wolf spiders when they used to pounce. That was scary.
They still do. They just.
I know. We wait till we go through all that all over again. We got so much we got to go through. Like,
we there's a lot more to go through now
I
too.
mean, it's good that
Like
we start from scratch, so everything is
we're gonna
definitely
go
a
to
lot
the sandbox and
fixed.
everything still. Like that's
It
a
actually
fucking
does stuff
desert there.
now.
Like
It actually does stuff now, which is great.
the sun actually burns you.
Oh, it actually
Yeah.
is hot.
Yeah, the sun reflects off the sand or something. And it actually burns, so you got to get in the
Ooh.
shade.
Yep.
So I was like, they've really upgraded this game.
All the
Like
different territories in the backyard, they've just amplified it all.
before, it was just a pond and the grass. That's it.
Mm.
Now there's a
I
sand
said,
pit. There's the back part.
I
There's more to the hedge. There's more to a lot of shit. Like
remember back in the day when people used to build up on the billboard? You remember the sky bases people used to build up on the billboard that was over by the hedge?
we built a sky thing.
We built it in the middle, like near the spawn, though. But yeah, I remember when back in the day when people were first playing, they were building like their little sky bases up near the billboard because you could build off of it, and everyone was building up their like massive bases and shit.
Right?
And then
Hey,
they
it's
just
fucking safe.
look over everything.
You don't get spiders fucking pouncing in there.
But
No, but that mechanic though, where certain thing brings certain creatures, that is not in any other
Attract.
survival game.
It's a smart move though. You could like attract if there's spiders, you'd bait it away for somewhere else, and then they could come to it, bait them out, and then you could sneak in somewhere maybe.
You carry the stick bug parts and just start chucking it down, and it'll help for the what's it called? The rose area.
Definitely.
Because they got a lot of orb weavers. A lot of
Oh,
orb weavers.
fuck them too. There's so much we're gonna go
So
back
wanna-
over.
I just want to kill a bee.
That's gonna be interesting.
Bee around the roses, just it's like a bow. I just realized we got to get thistles for that. We got to get level 2 choppers for that. Like
there's so much we're gonna do again. Like
we are gonna play a shit ton of it though.
Yeah,
like,
we're gonna get back into it for sure. Like, yeah,
it's so good.
it is. It's good that it's finally out now. Like, it's given us a reason to get back into play it. Like, actually play, because we had talked many times going, "Oh, we should play some ground again." I mean, it's like, no. Like
There's
now
no
it actually
point,
has
though.
now it actually has reason because it's like actually done. You know, it's a proper main build. So
Is it getting a physical release? Do you reckon? Like, I want to check that actually.
Well, that would be interesting. That would be a kind of a cool thing to get your hands on. Because I know it was like a big Xbox thing, like Game Pass and stuff like that. Very like,
Grounded physical.
don't know. While he's looking at that, this week I'm drinking some Smithy's Dry Lager. Again, still not sponsored, but I will like to talk about like a small review. So I've been drinking all different Smithies at the moment. So last one I've been drinking was the easy drinking beer, which personally wasn't really that easy. It was quite bitter. It was almost like a normal bitter, like a Victorian bitter, which ironically enough, these are made in Victoria. Again, not sponsored.
I mean, VBs are fucking fantastic though.
But dry lager is really nice. Like, it's actually really good to go down. Same as the golds. The Smithy golds were beautiful. But ironically, I was wanted to say this before, but I don't want to like spoil the convo. Jokingly enough, like, it's weird that the beer for me, like, it was a struggle to drink, but it was labeled as easy drinking beer. But it was far from easy drinking. Because every time I drink, I'm like, oh, like, it was a bit of a struggle for me to down it. Where something like this, it's like, it's fucking, this and the gold was beautiful. Like, oh.
Right?
Dry lager, though. Again, not sponsored, but, I mean, who knows? Someone could sponsor us one day. Who knows? But they're not too bad. For $11 for a six-pack.
Gets fucking Smithies for freaking life. Can you imagine that?
I wouldn't complain. They're actually, like I said, they're decent. They're decent for a very affordable, cheap beer. Like, they're really good for value.
You know there's merch for Grounded?
Yeah, I've seen that before. Again, not sponsored by Grounded.
But if Obsidian...
Like, back in the day, we were trying to get Cyberpunk to sponsor us. That whole year, like, of last year's podcast was just trying to, like, pushing to get sponsored by...
Hey, we would have had that way on track quicker than it is now. I guarantee it.
Like, we were like, I still love Cyberpunk, but like, we were like supporting them the whole way through, trying to get like that acknowledgement, like, hey, dudes, we're here to help you guys. Like, we're trying to spread the holy word of Cyberpunk, and we didn't hear anything. We're given the cold shoulder.
Great. It is great seeing people finally play it though, like getting the recognition the game deserves now.
I have been saying
not being shit on.
I've been saying to Jim that like, a lot of it has been like I noticed a lot lately. Everyone's been playing like watching Edge Runner, and people are like, "Oh, I need to play Cyberpunk now." I've been going out buying Cyberpunk, which is great. Like people are finally getting into it, but it's just like it's weird that a Netflix show had to like push them to go get it, like that, and I don't know, or get back into it. It's just like not that there was like they hadn't talked about for ages. Like we've updated this, we've done this, we've got this. It's on special. That persuaded no one. But Netflix comes out with their show, finally drops, and it's like, oh my god, I need a. And they're like, oh, this reference, and then this is like, well, that was already referenced to the other main plot line, and they explain that, but they're like, oh, this references the show, but it's like, but that's already like, oh, it's just some quarrels I have with it, but it was people, not the game, so or the content.
That's what people don't get because that's what Naughty Dog's doing with The Last of Us. They're putting out the show.
Yeah.
And then people, well, that was a cool show. There's a game. What?
That's why they released the game, like upscaled it, make it fresh and new for the new systems. It's like, well, why go back and play an old version when we can bring a definitive edition? And that's basically what they've done. They're like, let's bring the definitive. I mean, even then people solved that. People brought that up. So.
And I saw something very horrifying yesterday on Twitter.
Yeah.
This is about Nintendo, and they're selling the Skyrim Special Edition for $70 on the Switch.
I seen that. It's like, what the fuck? It's finally coming to Switch, isn't it? Yeah, I guess it's finally coming to Switch.
Yeah, it's 70.
It's $70.
More 40, 50.
That's Bethesda.
You can't sell it full fucking price.
Like, where do they come off thinking they can slog that much for these games? Like,
or it's probably then reasons going there because Nintendo's like, we can push a full 70 for this game.
Yeah, it's just like fuck off.
I don't reckon it's all Bethesda. I reckon it's
Microsoft most probably.
I reckon it's Microsoft, Nintendo, and Bethesda just had a price.
Yeah, they got a.
But then Nintendo probably went bump it to 70, and we'll sell it or some shit like that. It's like that's just fucking criminal.
Yeah.
As I've seen people say, no Nintendo game should be $70.
Huh. Exactly.
Let alone Skyrim.
But like, was that 70 like? Was that 70 like Australian or was that 70 US?
US.
So imagine that in Australia
That's
then.
AAA price.
That's like $80-$90 in Australia. That's like the most expensive. That's more. If that's the case, that theoretically makes it more expensive than a standard Nintendo game.
Party.
Yeah, it makes them look cheap if that's the case.
Which then you look at Wolfenstein and that when that got ported, that wasn't that much.
No.
And they're way newer.
Yeah. I'll say, well,
I was just shocked. I'm like $70 for Skyrim. Oh, it's real.
Yeah, that's fucked. I'll say, well, speaking of that as well, you see the Stadia is getting a bit of trouble with the we've got the Beardy Bros merch. But yeah.
Did you fix the thing that's on the side?
It should be now, yeah.
Is it on both?
Yes, it should be 3. I think it was.
Ooh.
So it's like every. Spot.
Someone's sitting next to you. It's like.
Yeah, they see every which way now. They should. I think it was from what I remember.
Nice, yeah, because it's just weird trying to plug this one. Like
I know it was. It's
like,
like what is that? I know it was silly how I did it. It was a mistake when I first made it. I tried it.
Hell, prototype.
Yeah, Jim's got all the prototypes. It's a fickle merch.
Well, fuck. What was the topic?
The Stadia getting basically shut down. They're shutting it
down. Going bye-bye in January next year.
And apparently people are losing out on everything because they shut the service down. Everyone's losing their progress and everything.
No, but they are getting their money back for the game. So.
Oh, that's good. That's something. At least they're doing something.
They would have had to do that. Is a stupid thing.
But again,
do that.
this is a prime example of streaming games. Like it's too soon for that. We don't have.
Google had the best response time for streaming too, and that still failed.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't go the right way about it either.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, streaming will not be a thing for another 10 or 20 years.
Until we get better internet, definitely. Like
until it plays like you're playing a console.
Yeah,
it won't get good.
It's like me, which was so stupid when we were like, let's get Slime Rancher 2. It was exclusive to Xbox Series X and S. Oh, it's on PC, but like for console. But it's not. You can't play on Xbox One, but you can stream it to the Xbox One. Like, if you can.
And you played that, and you said it was shit.
The game is not even 2 gigs to download, and yet you can't install it on the Xbox One. You have to stream it. What
It
the
just looks exactly like
fuck?
the first one.
Exactly. But that, because they
What's
put the little
what
lock
is
on it, they put
making
the
it
little
next
lock
gen
on it,
only?
but then PC, I play it on PC, and it looks just like I've had to lower most shit anyway to get it to run on my PC. But it's just like, why put the little lock on it? Be like, Xbox One, oh, a little lock on it, just a little padlock. It's like it's serious,
Considering they're saying Xbox One and Series X are compatible for things.
but you can like out of any game, like it's I can understand if the game was a bigger, larger game,
Like the next Gears of War or something, that makes sense.
and
But
trying
like
to and then be
Slime
like, oh, we
Rancher.
can stream it to that, that again you wouldn't want to play that
Like
streamed.
Halo Infinite is on Xbox One and Slime Rancher isn't.
Exactly. Oh, I think can you stream Infinite? I wonder if you can.
Huh?
I don't know what games. I think you can stream it. I think you can. Infinite.
Yeah, but why would you want to
I
stream
know.
that?
That's what I mean though. But that's what I'm saying. Like it's so random putting it on there for Xbox One, but it's a streaming game. It's so stupid.
It's like 10 seconds later, your gun goes off. Like, ah,
I don't get it. But no, I've been playing on PC by mind you, and I'm fucking gotten back into it again. I've been like grinding all the different farms and plots.
addictive, isn't it?
I'm like, okay, splice these two, so that's this one. I'm like, this pen's for the flying pinks, and then this one's for the rabbit pinks, and this one's for the cat pinks.
And you got
And
the chickens.
splice
and...
them. Yeah, I got my chicken farm. So basically, I've got so in the main base, you got the big tree in the middle. So up the back near the machines, I've got the cat.
So if you're facing the back or looking, to
So
the
if I'm
front?
looking towards, let's just say I'm looking towards the big depository where you deposit all your gems.
So when you walk straight in, yeah,
So if you walk straight in up the very back, I've got the cat pinks up the back.
top
At
left,
so at the very back near the
top right.
yeah, basically top right. So I've got the cat
Yeah.
pinks up there. On your left hand side when you walk in, I've got the flying pinks and then the rabbit pinks. They're on the left, and then on my right hand side where those other plots, I've got the farm, the chickens, the tree, and then the pond. So I've got all the nice stuff over there, and then there's one spare
That's sure
plot
to be
back.
co-op. Just saying.
It should be. Especially being in the second one, like, why not? Like, the first game had the option to almost be like that, and they didn't do it. And then the second one would make sense, but they haven't got it. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
it makes sense to play with
Like,
your friends and,
and
and do stuff. Like,
to have a slime farm with a mate would be awesome. Just look at Farm Sim. It'll be like that.
but no,
Pretty much,
it's
except on a farm.
on a farm. But no, it's pretty fun
You're
to
on
splice
you're on
everything.
a ranch.
But it's basically the exact same as the first game, just a new location. It's no
Yeah,
different.
that's why I don't get why I
like,
can't run on Xbox One.
Like it's the exact same. Like everything you do is the exact same principle. It's just you're in a new location. You still got to start the same way, harvest the same things with almost the same end goal. Like I kind of remember, I'd never even
It's a
finished the
bit
first one.
harder because trying to find your way back to your base is fucking hard if you go far out.
It does get confusing.
It's
the
like,
further
where
you
the
go.
fuck am I?
Yeah. Oh, I've done that several times. I'm like, run one way, and I'm like, wait, no. I ran one way one time. I'm like, yeah, I think this is where I'm going. There it is. I was like, oh. And I fell off and I died. And I was like, no. Because I was just like, I see it. And it's just how the terrain was like placed. And it looked like it was part of the thing. And I just ran. I'm like, yeah, oh, fuck.
Was there cliffs in the first one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like not like
Not like that,
This
not-
is built is it's like very narrow and
Yeah. It's a lot different this time around.
it's very different.
But no, it's been fun.
You were in the middle of the first one. Wasn't it? Like in the middle of this land,
Basically, yeah.
and now you're right on the
A weird
you're not
edge.
on the edge, but you're in the.
Well, it's like
back of
different,
it.
yeah. There's like different territories that come off from where you are. So you like grind everything out, level up your money, and then unlock different territories, and then grind it out, and then unlock more money. And it's like this weird grind process for like what? Because I never finished the first one, so I don't know what the end game was.
Is there even an end game for that? Like, what is it all for?
Like that's what I mean.
Why?
It seems very weird. It just seems like just a fun grind, like collecting slimes and breed them, and then killing them and having them
I
eat
don't-
and yeet them.
I don't get like. 'Cause
I love
you
eating them.
you build your ranch, but then that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I just love the happy faces, and you pick them up and you just yeet them off the map into the water, and they're just like, and it's like, bloop.
That's morbid.
Yeah, they like look at you, so like they're like, Daddy, ah! It's like you picked up and you're like, and they're like, yay! And then they just splash and just die. It's like, yep.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
It's a bit morbid.
It is like they're just like whee.
I'm so happy looking at you and then just plop disappear.
Also, those weird light ones. What are they? Because I pick up one of the lights and just yeet it inside my base.
Which ones?
one of the big lights that just fly around.
Oh, the blue
I
ones.
like sucked up and just chucked it in my base and it lit
Oh,
up the
they're
area.
they're the blue ones, aren't they? Yeah.
The white ones?
The white blue ones. They have the wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flying ones. Yeah.
Right, no, but you can't do
Luminescence.
nothing with them.
You gotta build when you build your pen. You gotta build a the night room because they pop in daylight.
Oh.
So when you build your cage, you gotta put the night mode on. You gotta pay the upgrade for the night mode, otherwise they pop. They self implode in daylight.
They're vampires?
Something like that. Because funny because they see them, they're like, hey, hey. If you have them in daylight, they're like, hey, hey.
Oh.
They spontaneously combust.
That's like the most violent game ever, really.
Yeah, because they're just like, hey, 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 boop, hey, boop. Especially when they're in the pen, you chuck them in your pen, and they're just like, eh, eh, go over, eat them, nom 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 nom, hey, pop.
See, that's
It's so messed up. The
damn.
slime have the most happiest faces, and then just like screwed over all the time.
But they would have saw their friend do it. So they're like,
They're so dumb. Like they have like no brains or something. I guess because it's slimes, but I don't get the slime
they all
ranches.
just do the same thing. It's like they're all fucking happy.
Yeah.
Weren't rabbit slimes? They weren't in the first game, right?
Yeah.
But they are in this one.
No, they're in the first one.
Is there any new slimes then?
Not that I've seen. They look alright. They look almost all the same from what I've seen. That's what I'm saying. The game just feels like it's the exact same game as the first game, just in a new location.
It's a DLC.
Yeah. That's weird.
Also, this is a PSA.
Mm-hmm.
Do not install Overwatch 2. Anyone. No. Do not. No one should be playing that at all. Let Blizzard learn a lesson.
Goes and installs Overwatch 2.
Oh, fuck off.
No, well, that's the thing. The things I've been hearing from that, like
it's pay to win.
Yeah.
You have to. None of the original heroes are unlocked unless you own the first game.
Yep.
Even then, you've got to buy the old ones. It's like.
Yeah, so you have them like unlocked, but you got to pay the in-game currencies that you earn. I think it was to get them. But then any new characters, you have to buy the battle passes, which we spoke before, to get new characters. But then you wouldn't know if you like those characters if you got the battle pass.
Someone did a math on it, and they said, and it was
it's all about
20
money.
hours to get the characters.
Yeah.
To get the base characters, 20 odd hours. That's if you're good at the game.
That's not even the worst part. You heard about the privacy policy stuff they're doing?
What, your mobile phone?
They're like listening in on you and stuff like that.
Yeah, they gotta...
All the security because they don't want trash talking in their game.
You have to. You can only play the game by you connected to your mobile.
Because it wants to listen to you. It wants to listen, so you're not bad talking the game, I guess, or talking shit about people, or.
It's an online fucking game. People do talk shit on Overwatch. Like I've seen it streamed.
Like
at every game, every online game.
It's gonna happen. People are gonna like say stupid shit and insult people. What are you gonna do? Ban. It's like, oh look, all these people start coming. It's like you're a phone ban. Oh, you're a ban. You're gonna find out real quickly that you're gonna have no people playing your game if you keep banning people. Like, it's.
They have no one anyway. Because it's out now, isn't it?
Tonight was the last night of the game before it rolls over. So tomorrow. Tomorrow or the day after? It's the 2nd, I think it's supposed to be. The 2nd October?
Overwatch.
Or was it the 1st? But it's I know
that...
I know they're dropping on the 2nd. So the 2nd comes out on the 2nd.
How to pre-download, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's not out yet.
Yeah, because it's...
October 4th.
Oh, October 4th. Okay, so there's a couple days left on it.
Dude, don't fucking install
a lot of people
it.
are trying to play like the last... But that's the sad part with them overriding the old game. Being like, we're just going to give it a second game. We're just going to override the
deleted.
First... Yeah. So, I mean...
But if you own the game, you still got the heroes. So buy it now while you can.
Yeah, I mean, if you can, technically buy up the first game. So then you've still got...
Just buy it on disc, it's easier.
Yeah, so then buy it on disc, so then you've got the original copy. Source. That's why I've like Fortnite. Like, I've got the original source files. Like, technically you can't access the Xbox disc half the time, but the original source files.
Yep.
So, who knows?
Also, I seen this cool thing earlier. The PUBG creators, got their name, fuck. But they got a new game coming. It's called.
Yep.
Fuck. Hang on.
It's called Fuck.
I got to remember. I got to remember
play
what
the
it's
game.
called.
Get old fuck.
Something about birds.
Talking to birds.
Um,
What?
let me get on YouTube real quick. Fuck,
Something
what's it called? Something about birds. Hang
Something
on.
about birds, he said.
You say something real quick while I get it.
Say something real quick. Something real quick.
What is that? It's called. Where are we?
Is that working for you? Is that working for you?
I think about it's live because they don't care if I do this. This is good info. If I remember what the fuck it is. Oh, it's I'll get the developer name as well. Crafton, the maker of PUBG, is working on an untitled game based on the Korean fantasy novel The Bird That Drinks Tears.
Okay.
Yeah, like that looked fucking good. I saw that this afternoon. I'm like, that looks cool, but it's only a concept. It's not even the name of the fucking game, so that could be a long way off, man. A good probably 3 to 4 years, easy. Because the average development time is what, 3 to 4 years, which makes sense. Some take longer, as in Skull and Bones got delayed a fucking 5th time.
Yeah. Which I thought that was fucking hilarious, personally.
That game's never coming out.
I just thought it was fucking funny.
It was moved from November until
whatever.
March 6th, which it's not a big delay, but it's like, that's 5 times, man. That's 4 too many. And considering it looks nothing like its 2014 release, preview, it's
Try to see if we get some people come by.
people were hyped for Skull and Bones. I was optimistic. I'm not anymore. They said they're going to deliver the best experience. I'm like, you've had like a decade to do this.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, anyone?
I know. It's one of those crazy things.
But they promised so much when they first revealed it, and now it's like 2% of that.
So,
hey, you can't fight off the ship anymore. You could before. You can't now. It's fucking hell. The ideas it had at the start was better than Sea of Thieves, and now they've just gone way downhill.
it was basically going to be a strong competitor to Sea of Thieves. That was the thing. Sea of Thieves was
seemed
actually
way
going to have
better because
competition.
it just
And then
seemed
now
better
it's
because
just
it's proper
like
combat and shit, and now it's
gone backwards.
It's gone very backwards.
We'll come back to what we were going to mention earlier. So what I wanted to ask you, music.
I've been smashing a bit of the darkness.
Yeah, so it's something good that he's been listening to lately. So it's something that I don't think many people are aware of. The Darkness. They're a pretty good band.
Yes.
More people need to be listening to the Darkness. Again, not sponsored.
But no, they're independent now though. I didn't even know that.
Okay.
Since 2011,
2012.
when they came back,
2012.
they're independent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they came back 2011, but yeah, 2012 was that album.
Yeah.
Which that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, went fully.
They're able to go independent.
Sometimes you got to get away from those labels and shit like that because they screw you over and they shaft you and
Yeah, just
all
look
that
at fucking
crap.
Slipknot.
That new album too. I haven't heard it yet.
It came out yesterday. I did the stupid thing. You know how on Discord you just put in the links and it just plays them?
Yeah.
I went individual fucking tabs. All the fucking songs on my thing. I went one to one. I was like, I should have just copied and pasted them.
From Spotify or something like
I was like, God dang it.
the whole album playlist.
It's not. People are pissed that it's not all fucking heavy like Iowa and that, but I was like, who cares?
Yeah. A lot of people I know.
You don't want the same. If you want the same music, just go listen to it.
Yeah, exactly. Go back and listen to it. Like, it's new album. Like, get a deal with it.
There are some heavy moments. It's still a fucking Slipknot album, but it's got more maturity behind it. Like,
yeah. Also, I got a few friends say
great.
it reminds them there. It's got more of that Stone Sour touch into it.
Yeah, which isn't a bad thing.
No,
like,
because that's a good blend. So
And yeah, they're
I don't even
independent
listen.
after this album, so who knows what we'll get next album? Could be any fucking thing.
Yeah, but
Because they get told by the labels what they actually do.
mhm.
Like it's got to sound like this, have this, but now they're by themselves. Well, soon.
And they're definitely a good thing for artists to be able to support themselves and do their own thing.
The only thing they're missing out on is like the getting out there, like the promotional stuff, because they won't get it done anymore. They have to do it themselves.
Yep.
Which they've already got a fucking big fan base.
Exactly. Like,
No matter what they do, the fans are still going to get it.
Yeah.
Like
they're gonna still support it. They're gonna follow it. So it's still gonna be there.
But yeah. Plus we got Disturbed's new album coming out in November.
A lot of new albums coming.
We got Nickelback's album coming out in November.
Ooh.
A lot of new music this year.
All these artists come back with their new albums.
Well, as I said, the Dead, like The Darkness had one last year. Everyone's got them this year.
Crazy. Everyone's getting back
The
into
only
it.
reason I started listening to them is because I found the vocalist on YouTube.
Yep.
And I was just like, who is this dude? So I did a bit of research and went, The Darkness.
Yeah.
Boop. First one that comes up. I know this.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like that with bands. Like that was like with the which I'm still mad. Triple J. Fuck you, Triple J. Fuck you. The Requestivals. What's the point of having a request week of requested songs if you're not going to take requested songs? So
Right.
there was a group of us. There was a couple of us trying to get some requested songs of some Auntie Donna played up on Triple J. There was not a single Auntie Donna song played. They did on the last day. They did redeem themselves. So a lot of people requested the Halo theme song, and they played it. So I felt a little bit redeemed. Yeah, the Mjolnir mix. So
I've got that on Rocksmith.
I felt a little redeemed that they chose it, and it was played in. But no, I was a bit bummed that we're trying to get some
why
Auntie
have a
Donna.
week of requests when you don't fucking pick one?
Yeah. Well, the worst thing is they have a week leading up to that week of taking requests, and then while they have the event on, you can still request through the app, and then you can text in requests as well. But like,
Nothing.
I kept texting them like constantly, like, play some Auntie Donna, play some Auntie Donna, anything, play this song from Auntie Donna, play this song from Auntie Donna, and just any Auntie Donna. And I just kept watching the lists, like, because it would be from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And every day I'd be listening to it and following the list and looking back at what they played. And they'd play some decent stuff, and you forget, like, you're like, oh, I remember that song, oh, I forgot about that one, and this song.
Yeah, but it's not what anyone requested. That's the thing.
They're like, well, I mean, I guess there's stuff that people requested, but what got me the most, that irked me the most, was there was one of the days, one of the mornings they played, and the hosts were like, we haven't seen any requests come in. I'm like, fuck off, you dirty pricks. There's fucking requests in your list. Don't bullshit me, because people would have been requesting stuff backed up just because people haven't texted in that day while you're on. Look at your fucking request line. There's fucking... If you can't find a track, I'm positively telling you there's fucking at least 30 requests by me and a few others going, give us Auntie Donna, so you could have played some Auntie Donna. You dirty fuckers. So...
You dirty pricks.
So yeah, so it's a bit of a trap. It's a bit of a fuckery.
I'm not saying AAA.
AAA. No, it is a station though. That's Murray country.
Triple J, they're not bad, but they got to get better communication with the kind of things.
And then the last few days, people had been requesting in like mixes, so like 20-minute long mixes. And I'm like, they shouldn't be those requests shouldn't be put into the list, because that's taking up slots for 3 other songs, plus a song
or more.
And then the last day, like that from like, it was like 6 o'clock at night on the Friday, which was the last day. They were playing mixes, which were like half an hour songs each. And they played like 6 of them. Like, there's fucking requests that you could be fucking playing, but you're taking up the slots with having these remixes, and not just one, but like 6 or 7 of them being fucking played one after another, being broken up by one random song in between each one. And I was like, you fucking cunts! You fucking...
Yeah, I think that's how they get you. Like, you're listening to it. There were already people listening for their songs. There's other people listening, but they're not playing them.
Yeah, and that's how they get people in, going, we'll get you in and make you listen to the station. I'm like, well, fuck that. They didn't play it. I downloaded the app. I'm deleting the app, and I unfollowed them from Twitter. So I was like, well, you had me for that fucking week. You can get fucked. I deleted everything. You can suck my dick. I'm not going to listen to you till next year, maybe. Maybe again, I would just harass them
Don't
again.
even give them the time of day, bro.
But no, they did mention on the radio that there was a song that they played, and because usually radio stations can see when numbers go up and down because they can see like how many people are tuning in. And apparently, when they were saying what happened was there was like one of the songs had come on that was requested, and when it started playing, everyone left and flicked over to like Triple M. But when they flicked over to Triple M, ironically enough, they were playing the exact same song. So, because it was just ironically enough that like the requested song they were playing on Triple J was just happened to be playing at Triple M. So when they flicked from, I think it was like Triple M or B105, one of the two. But when people jumped from Triple J going, we don't like this song, they flicked to the other station and the same song was playing on that radio station. So they were like, they got trolled. They're like, fuck.
Well, then that wouldn't be a request, then, really.
So that's what I know. It makes you think.
It wouldn't be on. It wouldn't be on the two different things.
I know, so it's a bit strange, but it was funny. But I was like, you fuckers, like.
I don't reckon they were taking requests, bro.
I reckon, well, the songs seemed very all over the place because there was like there'll be like a song, like I said, this is how messed up the playlist was. Is they'd have like a gangster rap song where it was like old school gangster rap where the dude was dropping like 20 to 30 N bombs, and then straight after it would be like, Bob the Builder, can we fix it? But I was like, how do you go from that to that? I mean, that's an example. It wasn't actually Bob the Builder. It was a different song. But that's basically how it went.
So pretty much Eminem to Justin Bieber. Like,
because they played like the Monorail song. They played Zero to Hero by Hercules. They had like You're Welcome. No, not You're Welcome. What was the other Moana song? There's the other main one. They played that.
the one on the boat.
Yeah, that one. So they played that song. There was like all these
the
like
name
they played Bob the Builder Mumbo Number 5. They played that version.
Tried that in Discord not long ago.
Yeah, so they played that. Then there was the Halo theme song. There was the Doom Eternal theme song. There was like they played like the ABC theme song, like the channels, ABC channels,
Come
like
on.
the news theme. Someone requested that, so they played that. There was like, yeah, and everything, all the requests I kept putting in, they didn't play any of them. And
I
it's like,
could have just watched the fucking news.
there was some weird requests. Like there was some like really wild, like out there requests. It was friggin' hilarious. I think I got a few photos. I'm trying to think what we
Considering the news is on when that's on.
Yeah, it was just
a few fucking times a day.
I'll see if I can find. I did take a few photos of some of the.
I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they shafted a lot of people though.
Yeah. And
There
yeah,
couldn't have been that many people requesting though, like at a time.
because there was Oh yeah, that's
Probably
right. So here's the
300.
list. So at 7:25, this is in the morning. So at 7:25 a.m. they played Mumbo Number 5 Bob the Builder version. Then it went to Take Me by Rufus. Then it went to Freak on a Leash by Korn. Then it went to Man's Not Hot by Big Shaq. So imagine having that like Korn, Freak on a Leash, and then it's Man's Not Hot, Big Shaq, Big Shaq, Man's Not Hot. It's like that whole fucking.
Yep, that's a definite. You think they'd try and like put things in a.
Here's another one. And then
order.
another morning they had it because it started at 6, right? So in the morning, this is played in the morning. They played at 6:38 a.m. was Banjo Kazooie theme. Then it went to Moo by Doja Cat. Then it went to Slow Dancing in the Dark by Joji.
What?
What is another one here?
What?
There was another one which was Fluorescent Adolescent by Arctic Monkeys. This is in the morning again, 6:44 a.m. Fluorescent Adolescence by Arctic Monkeys. Then it went to the Jiggle Jiggle song. You know, my money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see it. And then it went to Claire Del Luna for piano. Claude Debussy, like it's some orchestra fucking song. Like what the fuck is this? And they couldn't play any Auntie Donna, like.
They made no sense at all, those lists. Usually radio stations have like a theme going on, like.
Oh, it was all over the place.
You get like a couple of songs in the genre and then you go to something else. Not like one. Like
that's what I mean, like that's how wild the Triple J request was. Like it was kind of cool in theory, but it was just annoying that like why not like listen to the request like when we were requesting like when people
just one person just chilling in there.
Oh, I don't
so
know.
like, oh, I want to listen to this. Oh, let's listen to this.
That's what I feel like it came down to because one of the nights. Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
That's crazy how that. such a diverse list when it
you're buffering on my end. You look
really
at this.
shouldn't have been.
You got this face. You're like,
Like, I don't get it.
Jim. Oh, there you're back. You're frozen. You're frozen like this.
Yeah, my
It went weird. You're back now.
am I back?
What are these ones? Oh, here we go. Here's another one. This
That's
was. Oh, the stream had a spaz. I think
Yeah, I think my phone went fucking weird.
that was
There we
weird.
go. We're back anyway.
Yeah, no. What was
Weird as
another
hell.
one? Another set. This was in the afternoon. So here's another Triple J set. They had the Pokey Rap at 3:17 in the afternoon. Then I went to High School in Jakarta by Nikki. Then I went to the Hegwoods theme from Harry Potter.
Hegwig's. What in the fuck?
And then
No one requested those. I bet. It doesn't seem.
And
that
then this
seemed
was,
like
and then
weird
before
request.
that, on the same day before that, at 2:42 they played "Sad People" by Kid Cudi. Then it went to the Bluey theme, from the kids show Bluey. Then it played Missy Elliott "Pass the Dutch."
When I said we should do Beardy radio station, we could do a way better job.
Yeah, yeah, because all we need to do is just play music when like the ones we want to play, and then yeah.
We get certain times for requests, but like at
Oh
least
yeah,
we'll
here,
play the
here it was.
request.
It was the Monorail song. Then it was I'm a Fantastic Wreck by Montaigne. Then it was I Wish by Ski Low. Then Choose Me by Bandmaid, and then Rockstar by Hannah Montana.
Sounds a bit more flowing, but like
It's
what?
the chaos is just like unsuing.
The
What else is
chaos
there?
is just unreal.
Oh, that's right. There was another day where they played "I Come Blood" by Cannibal Corpse, followed up by "Uncle Fucker" by South Park, which makes kind of sense.
In the fucking face, Uncle fucker! Like fucking hell.
Yeah,
Who,
and then this was
who
the night one where
requests
it was
are
like,
those though? Like
the only thing I fear is you.
I'm wondering, like, what do they listen to on a daily basis?
Oh, it was just fucking wild.
It can't be natural. Especially if you
Oh,
got
yeah, that's
stuff
right.
like the ABC.
This is another one. At 11:53 p.m., it was Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride, which was from Lilo and Stitch movie. Then it was Black Betty by Ram Jam. Then it was The Time Is Now entrance theme for John Cena.
Oh my god.
What was this other
Yep,
one?
that was a big fail on their behalf, I think.
Every time we touch Cascade, and then Coconut Mall from Mario Kart. It just some of these were complete chaos.
Some of those people should not be listening to.
It's just like all over the place, and me and Neb were like sending us like each other like memes of Auntie Donna. It's like why you not play Auntie Donna? And then it was funny because they were talking about Auntie Donna.
Maybe it was requested. The one thing with the most requests maybe got played.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe I don't know. It was weird.
Because why would they pick like the ABC theme song over Auntie Donna and shit?
Well, like that was even the thing. Like they had the topic where they're talking about Auntie Donna and Grouse House and all that stuff. And then after they finished the topic, which thought, okay, this is a perfect segue to play an Auntie Donna song, it just played Dua Lipa.
Maybe they got the idea from the request. Like, oh, Auntie Donna, let's talk about them. Like,
yeah, let's talk about it, not actually play it. Let's talk about it. It's like you motherfuckers. But yeah,
you want to try and see who was on there that night.
Oh,
and
there was
give
the
them a fucking
Rattlesnake
tweet
Song.
or something.
There was the Rattlesnake Song where it's like an 8-minute song, but most of the lyrics are just rattlesnake, rattle, rattle, rattlesnake, 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 rattle, rattle. Like that's the song. It's an old song from like the 80s or something.
Rattlesnake. Yeah, but who even knows of that?
I know. There's so many random songs. It's like, what the fuck? We requested SpongeBob songs. There was like, there was a song from Sonic. Like, it was fucked. It was a fucked list.
You see why I didn't join in? If I want a song, I'll just go on Spotify.
Butterfly by Crazy Town and then VeggieTales theme song. Like, fuck me.
VeggieTales? What in the fuck?
Yeah. It was just... Yeah. But yeah, that was requestables. It was fucking weird and it just annoyed me that they weren't taking a lot of the requests, so...
Well, they probably were, but not the good ones.
Yeah. You think we were requesting, like, all of us were requesting, like, for several days we kept saying the same Auntie Donna song. You think they would stack up as like, oh, here's like 10, 20 requests. Clearly, they
Yeah,
didn't
but who
care.
will be voting for half of those songs multiple times? That's the thing. Like, how would they? You think they go by request by time? Like, you put them.
Yeah, and then I feel like it did come down to who was hosting, like what they wanted to play. Because it
That's what I
definitely
mean.
felt
They were
like
fucking selective picking.
because most of the stuff that
Which,
happened that was like the theme songs for like Disney stuff and all that was like in the morning. Like it was the whoever was in the morning for that first from 6 to like 7 and 8, whatever time they're in that slot for that hour 2 hours. They chose all like the cool like there's like a pattern for each kind of person who was on. Because like they picked all like the theme songs and stuff from like all the cartoon requests, and then they'd stop after a certain time, and then they'd come back again. There was like a pattern each day, so every morning there would be like the wave of like all those cartoon like theme songs from different stuff mixed in with other songs every morning because it was that host that was on in the morning. So it felt like who was on was choosing what they wanted to play from their choices. So it felt like they got the list. And they go, oh, I want them to play this one and this one and this one. Therefore, they're not
why
really
have it
requests.
request?
Like it's just like they're not really requesting. That means the DJ is choosing. It's just that you're helping the DJ or radio host do the work for them. They were like, oh, we don't have to pick songs today. Like
Yeah.
people are picking it for us. I mean, how do we not know that the rest of the list of songs that are playing for the week after Requestables aren't songs that people have picked and they're still going, oh, look, we still got this leftover list. Yeah, let's play that because people want those and they might play it for the next month. Like,
Yours might come 2 weeks later or so. Like,
because Requestables only goes for that one week, but it's just like so many people are sending a request. It's just crazy.
or so you think.
So you think? Who
So
knows
you
how it
think.
works? And it was like that one night. It was like a Thursday night or whatever it was, like Wednesday or Thursday night. From like that whole hour, from like 9 to 10, was just metal. So everything that was played was all requested from the list was all
That
metal songs.
doesn't sound
Only.
like a list. That was
No,
just
that was
like
all specifically just metal songs. That's what we're playing that one night was just exclusively metal songs. And then of course
I saw
Friday night
just
was
one
party
person
mixes
on requesting. It was like pip 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 pip.
because they were all like a themed like metal songs. Like it was everything. And that's why Doom slipped in there because it fit.
Yeah, but you reckon someone just went just metal and just fucking. Who knows?
Who knows? Look at my long hair. I'm metal. I'm metal. My hair's getting long now. Look at that.
I'm metal.
My hair's getting quite long again. It's kind of cool. Got my long hair back.
Fuck.
You got no
You
hair,
said that
Jim?
like a fucking near fly off.
I know, right? Fucking. But anyway, what else? What else we got? What else you got there?
I realized the Munsters on Netflix now. The Rob Zombie Munsters.
Oh, it's on Netflix, is it?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out where it was at because I was looking for it to watch.
Netflix.
Netflix. I was like,
Apparently,
I want to watch it.
the people who I think it was Netflix said he couldn't do it in black and white, so he made
Oh,
it quirky as fuck instead,
because he wanted to do it black and white. Makes sense.
like the original.
Yeah,
And
they're like, no.
I don't see why not.
Because I noticed it has very some required film angles and stuff, like camera angles, which
As
they
long
would have done in
as
black and white.
it still fits the fucking movie.
It
Like
looks
who
like it
cares?
fits.
Black and white, yellow, blue.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it feels like the original. So people are complaining about it. I'm like, do you remember the originals? Like, they were nonsense. The stuff that happened was complete nonsense. Like,
Or our time, so fucking probably not.
so, you know.
Who's complaining about it though? Like, is it younger than us, older than us?
Oh, all kind of demographics. A lot of people going, oh, I grew up with it and it does nothing like it. I'm like, are you sure? You don't remember those giant Frankenstein walking around like a frat house, blending in, like hiding? And because I watched one episode, like going back over it, he's like, he sneaks in the frat house and he's like, he pretends to be a coat rack and he's like, no one sees him. It's like, he's Frankenstein. He's a big ass motherfucker. Like, it's quirky nonsense. Like, what is he in the
He's not
situation?
Frankenstein.
Like,
Frankenstein monster.
yeah, but you know,
Let the people. If people say I'm Frankenstein, like no, you're not.
you should be a scientist, like a mad scientist.
Yeah, not Frankenstein.
You're
Is
Frankenstein's
the dude.
monster.
Frankenstein monster is the monster. Like,
Yeah, but yeah, I know it's just.
does he even have a name? I don't think he does, right?
No, I don't think they ever really gave him a name. I know in the,
I think
in the
someone
Munsters,
named it in a
in
movie
the
or
Munsters, he's
something,
named. He's
but-
got a name in the Munsters.
Yeah, but not an official name,
No,
like in the lore and that, or not lore, but like in
just
the
Frankenstein.
mythology
Well,
of it.
again, people call him Frankenstein sometimes. That's what the loose translation. It's like he's not Frankenstein. Like you say, the scientist is Frankenstein.
Frankenstein was the creator. Like, fuck.
Doctor Frankenstein. He was German. Doctor Frankenstein. It's actually Frankenstein, if I'm correct.
Frankenstein. Same as Ramstein.
Mm,
Ramstein.
Frankenstein. But
Oh, we're talking about Granted. Fuck, I gotta cross that off. I said to you about this, but Rick Sanchez in Multiverses now.
Yep. There's a lot coming in multiverse.
That was this week.
There's the soundtrack is dropped on Spotify, which is given a lot of leaks to what content is coming. Because a lot of soundtracks.
Of course, I know what's going to be there. It's fucking Warner Brothers.
It's going to be a succession of time. Like they're going to do it over time. So there's so much content that they can
You'll
drop.
get Harry Potter in there eventually.
Yep. So everything Warner Brothers will appear in it soon enough. It's just over time they're going to the content.
This is, I saw this and thought, fucking hell, it's never over. But you know, someone made a movie of the Depp and Heard trial.
Yeah.
I was like, but the thing is, the people who like were involved in making it were Heard's lawyers or some shit.
Oh god.
So Depp can go after defamation again, like after that because
I'll put it in light. Like, most probably make it more. Yeah. Fucking.
I was like, the whole world saw this. Why are they making a fucking movie?
I know you can just go watch it. Just go. I mean, who cares if you want? You can easily watch the bridge stuff of all the funny moments. Like, just watch the bridge.
Yeah, but
people already.
Why are we getting a? Someone literally paid these people to be in this. They paid for it, and
why they could
we've already seen it.
Just get the court case footage and turn it into a movie.
It already is. Like, you just watch it on YouTube. Like, it just goes to the next one. Like, I'm not saying what it is, but don't fucking watch it.
No, it's so dumb. Modern age fucking bullshickery.
Well, we already know Deb won. Fucking get over it.
I know, we know how the movie ends. That's like that's kind of like with Andor. Like everyone's been like, "Oh, you watched?" Like I know I need to watch Andor eventually because it's supposed to be good. Like, have you watched Andor? I'm like, why do I even bother? I know how it ends. He dies at the end. Like, it's like it's a prequel.
If you watch Star Wars, you know what happens.
Yeah, like it's a prequel. It's a prequel series. I mean, like, we all know where most stuff goes. It's like, yeah, we know they die, but it's like I do want to watch Andor. Like I've watched every other Star Wars thing, but it's just like it's not
Stan Wars.
Stan Wars. Stan the Wars.
Actually, it is Stan Wars now, really.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. The way it is now, they look political fucking Star Wars getting politically correct. It's fucking Star Wars. It's
George
fiction.
Lucas has to be laughing at it now, like.
Oh, yeah, everyone's dumb.
Ever since he got rid of it, like it's just gone way downhill.
He knew to get away from it. That's why he knew. He knew to get.
Well, he told his thing. He did the 6 movies. That's it. Like that's what he wanted to do.
Actually, I want to ask you about this one because I have seen some of the stuff. I don't know if it's the actual photos or not, but you hear the works of. I don't know if you got on your list there. The works of Disney making a Dragon Ball movie.
Ew.
Yeah. They're doing an animated Dragon Ball.
So it's gonna have no blood, no violence, no.
Don't know. But I mean, could it be any worse than the live action?
It could be just as bad.
Yeah, because I don't know if we could go any lower than the.
It can be just as bad, if not worse. Like Dragon Ball has blood. It's got people getting cut in half, and with Disney on it, they just look at Avengers, like Marvel. They don't allow violence. I mean, they got violence, but it's people getting hit.
Because I don't know whether.
Except in Multiverse of Madness, even that's not really that bad.
So I don't know what's going on exactly, but for some reason it's picked up traction lately. Because I know it wasn't quite a while ago, but it's been a lot of talk in the last.
You can't make it live action.
Not live action, but they're doing an animated. From what they were saying, they're doing an animated.
Yeah, but you can't. Just let the creators do it themselves. Like fuck me. Why does Disney have to get involved with everything?
So it's gonna be interesting.
Kind of like Activision Blizzard. Things they touch now just turns to shit.
Yeah.
Like too much fucking money, bro.
Because I think they bought it a while back, but yeah.
I sincerely hope it fails.
Someone posted Dragon Ball Z deserves a Disney Plus live action film. No, it doesn't.
Oh my!
Nothing live action. I honestly would rather Disney stay away from the live action and then make an animated, like their own animated story.
They've already got their own fucking animation. They got the new Dragon Ball coming.
But I would rather them do, if they're gonna touch it, do something animated than do a live action. I do not want to see a live action again. I'm sorry.
I do if it's done correctly, like 100% correct.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit of a stretch. How like they fucked up? Like how could you fuck up like what they already had? They fucked up something so bad.
GT was fucked up. Um,
The live
and
action
they
was
learned from
bad.
that. Hence why Super came about.
Hmm.
Just let the creators just do their thing. Just fucking don't touch it.
I need to get those. I want to try and get those. I want to watch them. Abridged.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. Disney should not be handling. Dragon Ball Z is like MA, isn't it? MA. Like, don't fucking touch it.
Hmm. I can get away with M.
There's blood and shit there. Disney won't allow that unless it's Deadpool.
No, there's if it's animated, they can get away with it to a point. But yeah, they actually won't with it being animated. They'll do a PG.
Oh, he got hit. There's nothing wrong with him. Like in the Avenger movies and shit.
I mean, the Disney done it pretty good before. I mean, we've seen how they did like Lion King and stuff like that. How people died, the animals died. There wasn't much blood, but we got the emphasis of them dead.
Boring.
No, it's traumatizing.
You didn't get to see Mufasa die, I don't think.
Yeah, he
they
said
didn't
fall
cut
down
to
and get
that.
trampled, and then that was briefly it.
Yeah, but fuck all.
But still,
In the animation, you get to see him like fucking tumble and get hit, and
yeah.
they took that out. They took a lot of shit
As
out.
I'm saying in the
They took
animated,
Scar dying
as I'm
out.
saying in the animated, it was better than the live action.
Yeah, I.
Live
Disney,
actions,
fuck
I
off.
don't know why, but live actions always seem to be fucked up. Cartoons and stuff, I feel like because they can do more, they get away with a lot more.
Well, the Jungle Book was pretty good though. Pinocchio was I prefer the cartoon. I prefer the animated.
But I said
one.
overall, I always prefer the cartoons. 100% prefer the cartoons or animation. You know what I mean? Like I prefer them over the live. I'm not.
Yeah,
Really
these
like
are for the
live
new
actions.
people though, like the younger than us.
It's
like,
it's because it's like comic book. It's like going from comic books to movies. Like with Marvel, where you have
Yeah.
the comic books, you have the movies. That's what
Disney.
these are. You've got like the original cartoons are like the comic books, where the live actions are the movies. Like it's the same kind of comparison, basically.
look at Fox before Disney got them. Like that Marvel stuff was so good and shit, like the X-Men and they were so good. Now they're
Well, that's all the Fox stuff, yeah.
But yeah, because Fox now owned by Disney for a little bit.
That's where I think the Dragon Ball Z comes under, because Dragon Ball, I think Fox owned a bit of that.
I'm pretty sure they're independent.
So it's weird US licensing and stuff like that. It's not.
Who owns Dragon Ball? Let me have a look.
You gotta think it's not just US.
I think
Like, it's not just.
I think Dragon Ball is Japanese, like owned by
Yeah,
Japanese
that's what I'm saying. Though,
people.
but there's rights for Japanese, and then there's rights for like US and like English audiences. So there's other companies own other portions for the English version, over while the Japanese own portions for other things.
Bluebird. I mean Blue Studio.
So I think, and that's the problem. That's the problem when you have
Disney
adaptations come out.
acquired the rights to Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it was ages ago, but it's only recent they've been talking about it. Yeah, but no, it's an interesting
I hope
thing.
they
It's
don't fucking touch it.
interesting concept.
Oh, there was a thing about that now. Fuck, what was it? I just had it. Oh, I think I lost it.
Yeah, wasn't that important, was it?
It was, but I forgot it. Also, we had a new release date for Scorn.
Next month.
It moved up a week.
This month.
Yeah, it moved up
We're
a
in
week.
October
Now
now,
the
I gotta remember.
14th,
Oh yeah, because it wasn't like the 27th,
21st.
21st.
It moved up a week. I'm like, damn.
I do want to check it out.
No.
Everyone's been saying things, but like I do want to check it out.
Couple of
'cause
weeks away.
It is what's the name's Oh, I forgot the artist. It's that.
Yeah,
style.
but apparently it's very boring. It's a walking sim.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Xbox fans are gonna love that now. It's on Game Pass. I love it. Fuck off. Fucking hypocrites.
Like bitch, I still love that tweet. We've talked about it before, where the dude was bagging out Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
And then the guy was like, "But this is your favorite walking simulator game?" And it was like the worst walking sim game. It was like them colorful, pretty looking shit, like walking sim. I was like, "Fucking hell."
And I like that duck game. That's what it looked like.
Uh,
Also, there's big news that we're keen for.
yeah.
September 6th, 2024. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are in a movie together. Deadpool 3. Which what gave it away was the fucking 3 claw marks on through it. It was like,
Yeah. I mean, but it was pretty funny how they did it.
Right, then did you see the second video where they're on the couch just
And the
chatting?
music's playing over them, and they're like
And they're like,
fight.
oh, it's like,
But no, it was funny. There was some clips I've seen like Hugh walking around the street, and like this is must have been just after the trailer dropped because it was only like a couple of days ago. So this was like freshly like someone saw him
yeah.
in the street, and they're like, "Hugh, how you doing, man? It's good to be back." He goes, "I'm fucking." He's like, because he's like, "What's it like to be coming back as Wolverine?" He goes, "Oh, you know." He didn't really say much, but he's like, "Boom!" He's like, you know, the whole
Which is
Wolverine thing.
pretty rare because he said it was done after Logan. So this is pretty fucking big.
He has his moments. It was always a big running joke as well. It had to be the right narrative for the characters, and it had to flow,
Mm.
not just to do things, just to shove it in there. Because
We
like
just don't know what X-Men it is because it could be the X-Men ones that we've already had. It could be that. Could be another one. Could be a multiverse one in the yellow suit.
it does take place. Let's say it does take place before Logan.
Well,
So
yeah, because Logan's the end
timeline,
of it.
yeah. So it takes because that was like you said that was based in
Unless it's another
2029.
multiverse thing, because it's in the
Well,
multiverse
that's what they were trying to explain because he said that Logan was
thing.
based in 2029, which was the future,
Yeah.
but that's not based there yet, so it's before that. So it could be based in like 2025,
Yeah.
or it could actually be based in 2024 or 2020. You know what I mean? 2023. So it could be brought back a little bit more relevant to what the timeline's in because.
Yeah, I reckon this is his last hurrah. I reckon
But
we'll go big for this one.
I think where it should be fitting. I think it'll be 2020. I think it's 2024, 2025. Because where's the MCU now? Is it 20? I think it's 2025. It's set in. I think the year is because I remember the time blip and everything came back. So because this is Deadpool joining the MCU, so I'm assuming this is taking 4 years, before 20. Because so I say I say Deadpool 3 is going to be set in 2025.
The only reason they're in the MCU is because of the multiverse, so they're getting into there.
Yeah, so that's why.
Because as soon as that wraps up, I think they're gone back, so we're back to normal, which would be pretty cool.
Who knows? We won't know yet.
Because the multiverse wraps up with the Kang stuff. And then the multiverse is gone forever, so...
Yes. It's one of those things. I mean, multiverses are real. I personally, in the comics, like the multiverse stuff because it opened up a great fun of, like...
Yeah, but the movies don't translate that well.
So...
The movies are just like...
I
I can't wait for Phase 6 to end because I'm sick of the multiverse. I want the next one. Whatever that is.
Multiverse is good because this is how it's trying to bring all the characters in for the big, like, actual big action moments. So we're not going to have...
It's already been done, though.
One... Not really.
Avengers was the big one. They should have stopped after that with the big fucking...
I'm telling you...
Nothing can top that.
I mean, technically, if you strip down Avengers, what that had was a lot of foot troops, like foot soldiers that made up a lot of the people. But if you took that all away, what heroes did you have? Think about it. How many you've got?
It was fucking over 10 years worth.
You had Iron Man.
10 years worth.
So you got Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Black Widow, Star-Lord, Gamora, Black Panther, like
the Guardians.
So there's what 20, maybe 30 characters.
There's way more than that.
There's like 30
There's
characters.
Way more than that.
There wasn't that many. There really wasn't that many on the hero side. It's like 20, like not 20, but like 30 characters. The thing is with those moments in the comic books when they had those battles, it wasn't like 30 heroes and like 30 bad guys. It was like 200 heroes versus 200 bad guys. Like this was like not low tier battle royale game. Like this was.
You can't do that in the movies though.
That's why they're trying to get the multiverse. So then when they had the conflict, you've got like Iron Man coming back. You've got like everyone coming back from different realities. You know, different versions.
Bring him back.
You've got like your Fantastic Fours, but then you're not just one. Like you're gonna have the Spider-Verse. So you're gonna see like that's the thing with the multiverse. Big conflict like the Secret Wars is you've got everyone coming through. So you've got like 10 Spider-Mans, 3 Iron Mans, like fucking 10 different Captain Americas. You've got good guy.
Really?
That's what I mean. Like that's what they can do with these things. Like, and it'll be fucking chaos because it's like
it's gonna be weird because they're gonna have different characters playing them, like different actors.
And then the worst thing on top of that
they're
again,
not the same in every multiverse
weren't
either.
leading in with the Skrulls. The worst problem with that was with the Skrulls as well. Is then you had the Skrulls that were like because they shapeshift.
Look at Nick Fury.
Well, they had exactly because they shapeshift. So then you had these Skrulls shapeshifting the heroes, and in the comics with Secret Wars, you had the Skrulls blending in with the heroes, but then each thing was sided. So then you had Spider-Man, like you had each character paralleled, and they're fighting each other, but then no one knew who the real people were. So people were thinking that was a Skrull, but this one wasn't a Skrull. And then like you'd have a team of 5, so you'd like Captain America human, Spider-Man Skrull, Storm Skrull, Black Widow, and then like the Hulk. But then over here you'd have the same version, and it'll be Captain America's Skrull, and then it'll be like this human Spider, and it'll be all opposites. But then they're all friends. They're like, oh, me and Captain America are great friends. But on the other time, I fucking hate Spider. It's like, what? It's like because Skrulls had their own personalities, so they blended differently, and they had all these...
the real ones died because they had no idea.
So all this chaos happened. So yeah, there's actually moments where that actually happened. Real versions actually die, or or Wanda comes along.
They didn't know.
Like there's fucking chaos. Like it's... So that's why I want to see if they can translate that or not, because that's going to be ultimate. Like
I don't reckon it'll be 1-to-1 though.
Because I mean, we had Civil War.
It'll be a lot smaller in scale.
Because Civil War was like that as well. Civil War was meant to be like 30 on 30, and we had what, 5 on 5. I mean, it was still cool, but it was just like, here's a team of 5. Here's a team of 5, and they wanted to they wanted to have more, but they couldn't because they didn't own the rights. They've said this before. They didn't have the licensing rights to Fox yet. Because if they did, they would have had like the X-Men in there and like other characters before, but they didn't have the rights, so they had to work with what they had. So it was like 5 on 5 combat. I mean, it worked out alright. It wasn't bad, but now that they've got...
I reckon it's just Wolverine.
So that's why they've got all this stuff they can do now. Because we've got more of the Fantastic Four.
Unless there's a cameo from someone.
Well, we've got all these other movies still dropping. We've got like the Eternals now shown off, where Eternals is having a second movie. You've got like the Fantastic Four dropping. We've got X-Men now, which they're going to show.
That's a long way off though.
There's a lot that's going to be happening. So I know we've got years and years of worth of stuff. So it's fucked. It's going to be... We don't know. I don't know.
Fantastic Four, and then it's the Kang stuff.
And we'll see like all the TV show characters come across. So we'll see Moon Knight come into the movies. We'll see She-Hulk come into the movies. We'll see... fucking...
because she's replacing Bruce.
Daredevil coming in. Well, he will still be there too. So you'll see both in a conflict in one of those movies. You'll see She-Hulk and Hulk there. Down the track, yeah. That's what they're trying to go for.
They're going to get Bruce out and bring her in, and they're replacing a fair few of these new ones.
Well, they're trying to get younger. Eventually. Because there's actors like Mark Ruffalo, he has been in it for a while, and he's had cameos, and he's done things, and they're trying to like give them a break so they can come in and rotate and bring other people back.
Half of them want to do other things as well, like other movies.
Exactly, and that's why I like Downey, and that's why he was happy he got killed off, so he could go have a break, do other things, and then the option is there that he may come back if it's the right time.
I reckon be played by someone else, though.
But there are still talks of having Iron Man being played by Tom Cruise. They're still apparently very adamant of getting
that makes sense
from that parallel. So
the familiarity as well, like
the alternate universe, the original casting, like yeah. So
I mean, I reckon he'll be there, or someone who's played him somewhere else in some form,
Superior Iron
somewhere.
But who knows?
Yeah, right.
But anyway, that we always keep talking about Marvel, but
we always talk about this.
It always comes around at some point. Always new
that's
content.
Because I mentioned Deadpool.
But it's always because it's new content, because there's new Deadpool. So, everything's getting new. Like I said, there's new episodes, new things keep coming. Because like we're gonna have the new Deadpool. I wonder who's gonna
die though.
Who?
Not Deadpool, but Logan.
We know how he dies in 2029 as an old man.
No, this could be another reality though.
No, that's what they're saying in that second trailer. They're teasing. They're saying that it ties in to where it's before, it takes a place before Logan.
Let's take all the fun out of it. So yeah, he's gonna live.
Yeah, that's. I mean, Wolverine never dies anyway.
He's redundant in there.
He's just as bad as Deadpool. He can be split in parts and still, as long as his bodies near each other, he can reassemble.
Well, look at Logan. He died with a piece of wood.
I mean, that was different because he was older, so there's narrative with that.
He wasn't that old though, really.
Yeah, well, dude, in the comic books, there's one of the Logan comic book, which is different to the Logan movie. Yeah, the big difference, one of the big difference in the Logan comic book was he got eaten by Hillbilly Hulk. There was no Hillbilly Hulk in this Logan movie.
No, but they easily could have been.
He comes across the Hulk, one of the Hulk's sons, they're all inbred Hillbilly Hulks. I've said this before. He goes into a fight with him. The Hulk grabs him, rips him to pieces, and eats him. Downs him. He's in his stomach, and he's just like later that night. He's like, oh, sleep. He's like, burp, like all full, like I've been eaten. While he's sleeping, Wolverine's regenerated together and fucking rips out of his stomach and cuts him open. He comes out of his stomach like a fucking. Yeah, exactly. It's like a fucking alien chest burster. He fucking rips out of the Hulk's stomach. It's fucking. You see it go, rips it open, and then he just climbs out. I would have liked to have seen that in a live action. Like, fuck. Imagine how brutal that would have been. That would have been like R-rated. Seeing Logan
get it is R-rated, but
then
like
a Hulk guy like, eating him down. And then later that night he's just asleep. He's just like with the TV on, just sleeping away.
I can't remember how he died in the movie, but it was pretty simple.
It was pretty basic. But he died like he was like, I'm done. He was kind of like, I'm done now. I'm like, I'm old man, I'm done.
I'm guessing he can die if he chooses to, really.
It's one of those things.
Because he chose to die. He just lay there like, just go.
I mean, who knows? Even if he really did die, he could have just been like,
Oh,
I'm
he
done.
did.
And then
I think he died. Did he have a funeral and shit? I don't fucking know.
he's like,
I've
I'm gonna
saw
have
that
a nap.
movie once.
Another 10 years later, just digs his way out. He's like, oh, fine. Digs his way out. Oh, what year is it?
Kind of the fucking zombie ream. Come down.
But that's the problem with these healing abilities. That's the problem.
Yeah, they're kind of a trap.
Immortals.
No one's invincible. No one, not even the Hulk.
Only Wade Wilson's invincible. He's the only person that's
He can literally he can literally live forever.
Eh.
Wolverine can die theoretically.
Yeah.
It just takes a lot to fucking kill him.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do it the right way.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like his brother, he could easily kill him.
Yeah.
By the way, that Wolverine movie Origins is an underrated fucking movie.
It's so good.
Like you had them both fucking going at it through the wars and everything, trying to kill each other.
You got Wolverines, then you got Wolverine Origins, and then you got the Wolverine, and then Logan.
Yeah, which
it's a nice, it's a nice trilogy. Such a good trilogy. Like when you actually get to see him train in Japan, like that part of his life where he was in Japan, like and he learnt with the sword, like he learnt with the whole samurai thing. Like that was a big thing. That was actually a big thing in the comics. Like that's where he learnt to be more trained as a soldier. Like because of his rage, like that trained his rage, and he became more played. That's why he became better.
Because I remember in the first X-Men, he was a loose cannon. Like fucking hell.
He was just in pure rage because he was literally an embodiment of a Wolverine. But it's kind of funny where he's like, rage, train the rage. Rage is trained, but he will let out when he needs to. Like he's got it completely.
Well, Logan here was a fucking Wolverine because he was just fucking.
Because I like it. I like how he's just like driving like the taxi thing. It's like just don't hurt the car, and then they shoot. It's like I told you not to do this, and he's like no. He's like they shoot him. He's just like for fuck's sake, like I told you just to go away. Like can you just leave me? I'm an old man. And he's like fine. And they just came to give him shit, and he just fucking goes berserk.
That's why I'm keen for the Wolverine game from Insomniac. Like, what are they going to do with him? Like,
it'd be interesting to see how they do it. Yeah.
Just on the size of him, like on that bar, he's going to be a massive fucking dude.
Oh well, he was short. Remember, he was supposed to be short, but very stocky. He's meant to be like, was it 5'1" or something like that? Like 5'4".
Yeah, don't tell Eddie that.
He's meant to be short, but he was always burly. Like he was bulky. Like he was a thick burly. Like like a Wolverine. Like Wolverines are short, stouty, but they fucking hold there like they were burly. So it'd be cool to.
I'm just keen to see if he wears that yellow suit in the Deadpool 3.
Yeah, they hinted that so many times.
Everyone wants him to, but they might go the old X-Men way if it's from that era.
Who knows?
Like from that reality, like if he's in that full black suit and shit.
Because the MCU is trying to hint at original costumes, but like with new twists.
Yeah, but
it's like they're not dorky.
You can't change his. It's got to be that yellow and blue, or the black. Like,
yellow, brown. You've got yellow and brown, yellow and black. Sometimes blue, depending on the how it was designed, because of the coloring in comic books. Then there was
like a Tony Stark suit, really, when you think about it.
Then there was like the X Forces, which is the black and grey, like what Deadpool has, because that's the X Forces. Wolverine had one of those.
I was probably in one of those somewhere.
Yeah. And then there was the blue suit, the other blue suit. So
because he can die of old age, I think, can't he?
It's a long time. It's a long time. Like a long time.
Oh, Wade Wilson just keeps. He probably die of old age too, actually.
Wade can't die.
But he would age.
Nope.
Oh, doesn't he?
No, he got to that point.
How the fuck did he stop that then?
Because of the whole thing, because of the cancer and everything, and just his ability he had. Because he became this fourth wall breaking character, he's immortal basically. That's how fucked he is. He could at any point in time step out of that comic book and like go off do some other shit and then come back. Like his fourth wall breaking abilities. Like
Ghost Rider could kill him.
He takes his soul.
The penance stare.
Did it work? I can't remember. Did you look that up? Did it say it worked?
He is alive 800 years in the future. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and he's still the same age, basically. He doesn't age.
When the new X-Force encounters him. In addition, Thanos once declared that Deadpool should consider yourself cured. What the fuck? Deadpool never dies of old age, injury, or any other way.
Yeah.
Hang on. It's because of the healing factor he received from Wolverine.
It's a weird surgery. Yeah, because that's the playback with Origins. Remember how he had the operation where they used his DNA to make
In
Weapon
that
11?
fucking glass tube.
Yeah, but they did that. But again, that's the only thing. See, that's the only thing I have wrong with Origins, and even they themselves, and like even Deadpool makes fun of that, where that whole movie is great, except they fucked up Deadpool.
You got no mouth.
No mouth, and then they put the fucking his swords like as Wolverine claws in his arms, where it's like the samurai swords come out of his forearms like Wolverine. Like that made no sense. Like that worked for Wolverine because he literally had the bones like that was actual bone muscle like and shit in his body, so he could like retract them out. How does Deadpool have that ability to be like, oh, I've got blades in my arms, I can like push them out and retract them? That's not a muscle.
Push them out though, or they're just there.
They came out. Remember. No, he because remember he was standing there and he goes, like how Logan like draws his claws out. Yeah, he did that, and the swords came out. It's like, how can he pull them out? Like, that's not a. That's
every time someone mentions Wolverine, I always picture, you know, when he's in that fucking tube getting the injection.
Yeah. And
he just bursts out. Like all the water flying everywhere. It's like he's pissed.
That's the only thing. That's the only gripe. With the Origins movie is that. But I do love how Deadpool itself like made fun of that and like cleaned up the wrong. Where he like traveled back in time and shot him and stuff and like ended the whole thing. He himself rewrote his. Like maybe it was Deadpool that already started half of the fucking multiverse shit as well, even because he time traveled. So he went through and shot freaking dead himself in a different.
He didn't cause it, but he was doing that before.
Basically, they were doing multiverse stuff. Technically, that was because Deadpool came from a different multiverse and came into that universe that had a different Deadpool. So
and he did it without breaking shit, though.
I mean, that's part of the fourth wall breaking abilities. But anyway,
like he did it the way no one else can.
Yeah.
Like the way Wanda did it was that's what fucked everything up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thankfully, she's dead. Thank fuck. Just weird out.
Well, that version
zombie, like the fucking zombie Doctor Strange, is like, hey, you know what to do. He's just like, yep, bam, fuck off. The whole fucking building collapses on him.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I mean, that's only one version of one
they did get rid of the stuff that was making us shit, though.
They're trying to fix it and rebalance it anyway.
Right?
What else? What else we got? We were doing Marvel for a bit here.
Sackboy, you know the game that was out 2 years ago, a big adventure.
Sackboy.
On
PlayStation.
Coming to PC, October 27th. 7th.
Well, I mean, a lot of those PlayStation games are coming. That's the PS. That was technically the PS5 game, which then got released on PS4 because like, let's do that.
Yep, but it's coming to PC and it's got 4K to 120.
So technically, is that the first PS5 game to be coming to PC?
No. Spider-Man Remastered, Miles Morales.
Oh yeah, true. Because remastered, yeah, I guess so. Because remastered was its own. It was only on
Untitled
PS5.
Lost Legacy. That's on PS5.
Is that only on PS5? Lost Legacy? Wasn't that on PS4?
Nope.
Lost Legacy.
No, because those two games are already on PS4.
That's what I'm saying. So technically, they're already out. I'm saying like technically, Sackboy's Adventures that was specifically a PS5 game though.
It's on PS4.
But no, I mean like originally though it was specifically a PS5 game.
PS4 at the same time.
Because I thought it was only.
They launched on both.
Because I thought it was only a PS5, and then they're like, oh no, let's make a PS4 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was on both.
So technically, there hasn't been any PS5 games yet. There is, but technically,
nothing that hasn't been on PS. Oh, yeah. Spider-Man Remastered wasn't on PS4 though. It was on PS5.
No, but that's not. That's in a grey area. That's
already on PS4 anyway.
Yeah. So that's
yeah. Like even Miles Morales, that was on PS4. Fucking God of War, that's only PS4. I think that's about it.
Because it's supposed to be like a couple
PS4, Horizon PS4. I reckon. Yeah. Well.
Especially like they're supposed to have like a 5-year like play on PS like the console, and then they're coming to PC. They were talking about. I thought it was.
Still, it's only stuff with sequels coming out, so there might be another Sackboy coming out soon.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised the way that they've taken the narrative with these because they did like Little Big Planet. Now it's Sackboy. It's a completely different
developer too.
See,
I think.
Okay.
I think they're different developers. Whole different game. Like before, those were side scrollers. These are like action, like.
Yeah.
Kind of like third person now.
Okay.
Third-person platform from a distance. It's crazy. No, I'm talking about Stadia. But yeah, streaming can fuck off for a long time.
How's it look now?
It's like the Bioshock injector,
Yeah, that's what it is.
right?
It worked out really well.
Did you paint the blue, or is that blue liquid?
Blue liquid.
Yeah, that would have been cool though if you had it like drained a bit so you could see it sloshing around.
Yeah, well, there is a little bit of a bubble in there, but I was thinking how
Like
much
half
the...
of that, like half, like you have it sloshing around,
Yeah, no, that was actually a pretty fun project, that one.
right? As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, Bioshock injector.
Yeah, I was like, I just still funny that I built that. I was like, yep, looks good.
Right?
Really well for some easy little crafts. But anyway, anything else? You got anything else there?
No.
Anything else you want to talk about?
If I did forget something, you go on the Twitter. So
Yeah.
yeah, no one passed thankfully this week. No one had birthdays or anything. So
Actually, no, wasn't there? Was it this week?
what? Oh, the
Coolio.
rapper.
Coolio, yes, it was this week.
Coolio. He passed
Coolio,
at
Coolio passed away.
59?
59, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I thought you meant someone else the first time you mentioned it.
Coolio. Crazy.
It is. People keep passing, bruh.
Happens.
Keep passing gas. Yep.
No,
But yeah, I mean, I've got nothing else. What about yourself, man?
I think that's it. We're on the right time mark as well, I think.
Otherwise, I could have kept going about Marvel. But we know
could've.
we've done that every
We keep
fucking
saying we
episode for
need
2
a-
years.
I think because we're going to get closer and closer to Halloween. I think we might look at some actually trying to get on topics the closer we get to Halloween.
Movies.
So we might talk about
Guys.
there's a lot of new horror movies coming out. We might talk about something like that. We might talk about horror stories, crazy stories. Who knows?
You want to watch Monsters
If
next week?
we could say we can watch Monsters, give a review on that. Anyone watching this, if you've got any crazy horror stories or anything you want us to look up, let us know. Send us links on the socials so we can look at those. Maybe if there's any funny stories, leave it. Even tell us some funny stories. It doesn't even have to be horror. It could be a horror story that you've had. It could be a funny story that you've got. Just something that we want to tell some stories on these next few episodes coming up of the for this month of Spook. So comment on the Twitter, on the Instagram, hit up the DMs on YouTube, comment in the comments on YouTube. Whatever, just leave, let us know. Leave some crazy stories that we can look into. Even if there's a crazy story that didn't happen to you, but you think it's funny, give us a link to it. We can check it out from some stories, or if it's your own, give it to us. We wanna look into these and have some go through these crazy stories. I think it'll be good for Halloween.
For Halloween.
And then we'll
For the Halloween.
I mean, I've already started progressing my set to slowly get there, get a bit spooky.
Spoopy.
I gotta start putting. I'm getting.
I hate that fucking word. Spoopy.
Spoopy.
What the?
I know it's like the uwu version of spooky.
Spoopy.
But anyway.
Yeah. Yep, on that one, I'm definitely going. Thank you, Beardies and Beardettes, for joining us on this one. Oof. People in the live as well. Damn fucking legends.
Thanks for coming by, everybody.
And, as always, we've been Dale and Jim, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye-bye!
Adios, amigos! My body don't jiggle, jiggle. Hit those, I like to see you wiggle, wiggle. For sure. I'm driving in my Fiat. You really gotta see it. 6'2" in a compact. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that was in the last stream, so that's on the fucking VOD. You could probably get fucking copyright for that, actually. If you sang it long enough, you probably get like, it's been muted. I mute right at the end. It's like, huh?
Fucking hell.
That was a fucking good time, actually.